On today's episode, we're answering the question, no, we're not, because I'm on the wrong damn outline.
So some of the things that we do is, or that we encourage, is have a weekly live stream. So every single week at the same time, same day. So Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time is when we go live on our page. It's expected. You can advertise it consistently, and people know when to show up. So you want to have that consistent live stream going. Our single call to action is, if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so juicy, and you want the notes version of this, you want the written version of everything I'm sharing in today's live stream, go ahead and put hashtag notes below, and I'll share those notes with you. Now, what that does is it helps me identify who's really interested in this. That will help me then turn that into a conversation of, hey, I'm ready to deliver those notes. Before I do, what was the biggest takeaway? What was most useful for you? Where are you at in the journey? What are some of the biggest goals you have over the next 3 months? Like, what are you working on? Awesome. Well, here are the notes. On top of these notes, what if you and I hop on a call and we'll talk about the notes? And now we're in a conversation that's turned into a call that could potentially turn into a sales conversation if I want to work with them and if they're in a place that makes sense for our programs.
I have follow-up because I'm so much. Okay. I know Allison has already had this experience with you because she, you were on her event. I haven't had that. I've seen you on the panels and, we've had a bit of back and forth, but didn't get this opportunity. So now I've got all the questions, and these are all self-serving. I kid you not.
Do it.
My follow-up is, okay, so we have a live stream every week, same time, same place. Facebook?
That's a great question. Whichever platform your audience is on, focus there. So For us, it's Facebook. For other, some of our clients, it's LinkedIn. For some of our other clients, it's Instagram. For some of our clients, it's YouTube. And so it's all dependent on the platform of your choosing. Now, here's where I encourage people: if you're new to social media or you're not comfortable with those different platforms, go to where you're most comfortable, because you don't want to get caught up on the tech side of it. You just want to go where you're most comfortable. So for most people, it's Facebook.
Okay. Second follow-up question. You said, put hashtag notes, I'll send you the notes. So prior to doing your live stream, you're preparing like an outline, and you know what it is you're going to talk about. So first question is, how extensive are your notes? Are they bullets? Because if it's an Allison outline, it's 3 bullets with 3 words per line. And if it's a Jenny outline, it's 20 bullets with sentences practically. So that's my second question. And then the other thing is, how long are these live streams?
It's a great question. So I'll go backwards. So how long the live streams are, it can be anywhere from 10 minutes to 40 minutes to 2 hours, depending on what you are sharing. I would say make it consistent. So for us, it's consistently around 20 to 30 minutes. A lot of that isn't just content, because a lot of people are like, crap, I have to fill 20 to 30 minutes of content every single week. That's crazy. No. It's about 10 minutes of content. What we do is we do a lot of interaction with our community. So if you're listening, I have a question for you. Now let me go ahead and wait while you're answering that, let me share this point. And now it's okay, let's read some comments. Let's engage with our audience. And so 20 to 30 minutes is what we do. I know some people who do 5 minutes every day. Just depends on what works best for you. The other thing I would say is on the, I think the question, remind me what that last question was.
On the note side.
The note side, yeah.
Yeah.
So our notes are pretty straightforward. We have a template in Canva that we use that we just go into after our live stream. Takes me, because I personally do it, takes me about 20 minutes to get done. And I just go in and take any of the notes that I took. So what I typically do is I do like an outline before I go live. And then I take that outline and just kind of fill in the blank. And it's like what the point is, and then like a paragraph, and then a quote, a point, paragraph, quote. And then what I do is I take screenshots of some of the comments that came in, bring those into the notes so that people can see themselves and they feel like, oh, wow, I'm a part of this. And then I have a call to action, which is if you're ready to take this to the next level, take the next big, bold step, let's hop on a call.
Okay.
Right? I see the expression on your face. I'm like, okay. Hashtag masterclass. I know you love your hashtags. So hashtag masterclass. You say we get on the call after the notes, which I love that. How do we then, I know you have an answer for this, how do we then turn that into a sales conversation?
Yes, great question. So typically what those calls consist of is, hey, what was most useful? Thank you so much for hopping on this call. What was most useful for you in that live stream? How long have you been watching the show? Really cool. What about the show has been like, what keeps you coming back? Now, those questions really help me just kind of get viewer feedback or market research of what people are thinking. And then the conversation eventually I start asking more problem and solution based questions. And so what are you working on? Tell me a little bit about the business that you're doing. Awesome. What has been the biggest challenge for you in accomplishing that goal? What do you want to 10x? If you could 10x something at the snap of your finger this year, what's that one thing? Now, if that is associated with something I can actually help with, so we help people build sales systems, we help people launch and do six-figure launches, and it's pretty incredible. So if what we do can actually help them, then I'll say, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Would you like to hear what it would look like if like I helped you with that? Like, are you open to that? Awesome. And then we have that sales conversation. One of the really incredible things as well that I encourage a lot of people to do is build strategic relationships. So if the person is like trying to build an e-commerce business, I don't help with e-commerce. I help coaches, freelancers, experts, etc. But if they're trying to build an e-commerce business, I know several e-commerce coaches that I can say, hey, let me make a couple of recommendations for some people who may be able to help you that I can vouch for. I trust them. I believe in their integrity. They actually serve their clients well. Then what I do is prior to having that conversation with them, I've already established with those strategic partners, hey, if I bring you a new client, will you give me 10, 15% commission? They say yes. Awesome. Now what I'm doing is any conversation I have the potential of making money, whether it's them buying from me or them buying from another person that I have built a strategic relationship with.
All right.
Hold on.